Happy Tuesday. Time for Tidbit Tuesdays. So I know in the past couple weeks I've talked about deductibles, copays, out-of-pocket maximums, knowing the difference in those things. Another area that people really struggle with is finding providers. So those of us who've been around a while, insurance was very different 20, 30 years ago. You got insurance, you went to the doctor, you just handed them your card. It is not like that anymore. Insurance companies have decided they're going to have all these networks, and not all doctors are in network with all different insurances. And it can be frustrating for people trying to find a doctor that takes their insurance. So, what I see happening a lot is people look for a doctor. Oh, I need a podiatrist. They look up a podiatrist. Used to be the phone book, now it's Google. And then they start calling different podiatrists saying, do you take this insurance? Do you take this insurance? And then they're frustrated because they think this is terrible insurance because nobody takes it. Well, the reason you're having so much trouble is because you're looking for doctors the opposite way of how you should be doing it. Yes, I know you always want to go to, people always want to go to who they want to go to. Well, you can do that and you can pay cash. If you want to use your insurance, you have to play the insurance game. And by that, I mean you have to go to your insurance portal, and if you need a podiatrist, you look up podiatrists in your portal. The portal will have all the doctors that accept your insurance, and you have to pick a doctor from that list. People want a PPO. Doesn't exist unless you have employer insurance. And I will tell you, insurance companies have gotten so particular about their networks is that even if you have a PPO, it's almost like not having a PPO. So, for example, if your in-network deductible is $3,000 and your copays for the doctor, $30 to go see a doctor, great. You have a PPO, so you can pick whoever you want to go see. But if you go out of network, now your deductible is $6,000, and you may not even have a copay. It may not pay anything until you hit a deductible. So that means you're still paying cash. So you're paying a lot of money for PPO insurance that's not paying anything when you go out of network. Oh, and the other kicker with out of network for PPO is that a lot of times there is no out of pocket max with your PPO if you're out of network. If you're in network, they'll be varying depending if it's an employer plan. Well, have to be. But no matter what plan, there's an out of pocket max for in network. Out of network for PPO, sometimes there's no limit. So that means you can go out of network all day long because you want to pick who you want to pick, but you're going to pay for it. So why would you pay for a PPO when it's really not a PPO anymore? So searching, yes, it can be frustrating because, your neighbor told you to go see this podiatrist because they were really great. Well, great. Maybe your neighbor pays cash. Maybe your neighbor has Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO and you do not. You have a marketplace plan. Good chance that podiatrist doesn't take your insurance. As frustrating as it is, this is how you have to play the game if you want to use your insurance. I get people say, Janice, why do I have insurance? Well, you have insurance in case something really bad happens. If your everyday normal things, you want to go to see who you want, then do that. Pay for those visits. You have insurance, so in case you have a heart attack, in case you get cancer, you're in a car accident, you're not on the hook for hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's one way to look at it. So that's why I try to match you to a plan, how you're going to use your insurance. And maybe if we already know who your doctors are, great. I can look those up and we can confirm that they take the plans we're choosing. That's great. But if you don't have doctors, I tell all my clients this, if you don't have a primary care, you have to go to the portal and pick somebody to use. You can't just walk in somewhere and hand them your insurance card. Probably not going to work. So if you're frustrated by trying to use your insurance, you've got to think differently on how to use your insurance. You've got to play the insurance game, go to the portal. Same thing with pharmacies. Some pharmacies are in network, some are not. People go, well, why? I always went to Walgreens. Well, now you have to go to CVS. Depends what your insurance plan is. You have to find these things out before you go seek care. Your portal is a great tool for that, but just keep in mind you have to stay within those doctors if you want insurance to pay, even if you have a PPO. So until next week, peace out.